In this episode of the Discourse of Human Events, Nick, Chloe, and I talk about the right power, how to excel, outdo or surpass, how to overcome the odds and take that final trick. We talk about beating that opponent called life when you're stuck in a slump, down in the dumps, shit out of luck, but you're not stumped. You're pumped because you're no chump, you know up your sleeve you got that card called Trump.
Everything's okay, I'm just trying to act my age. Yeah, I wanna know where the hell the days go. Yeah, I wanna know where the hell the days go. I wanna look and feel years younger, baby. I wanna look and feel.
Discourse of Human Events, episode 36, the most important episode ever, Donald Trump, President-elect.
You know what?
What are your
I
thoughts?
think we should kick off this episode by not talking about the election at all. I think we shouldn't acknowledge anything.
As if it just never happened.
Let's talk about the weather for an hour.
Episode number 36. It's raining outside. Nothing else going on in the news. Gonna be a pretty boring episode. What could we possibly talk about?
Oh, jeez.
Did you
So,
see all the rioting and stuff that's going on?
Oh yeah, I saw in Seattle they were rioting, and
Yeah.
Chloe said some people were shot.
Oh,
5
shit,
people
what?
hurt.
5 people hurt.
Yeah. So somebody.
Whoa,
somebody
shot and
brought a
hurt
gun, I
are
think.
way different terms.
Were they
here.
shot?
But they're not dead.
They're not dead. There's a lot of ambiguity in these statements.
Otherwise, the news title would be 5 dead. You know, rather than, there's
5
shot.
maybe shot, somehow injured.
I'm so confused by all these
Let's hype it
statements
up
right
as
now.
much as possible.
Alright, so 5 people are either hurt, shot, dead, or maybe not dead. I'm not sure what's going on.
The apocalypse has begun, basically.
Seattle, protests, 5 hurt. 5 injured, I should probably say injured. 5 shot, they were shot.
They were shot. You
Oh,
didn't make
okay.
that part up.
All right.
I didn't make that part up.
All right.
Who were they shot by though? That's the important part of this whole story.
Yeah, like other protesters?
Cops, police, like what
Or
happened?
just people that thought, ha, stupid people, let's rob them.
I don't know.
Or
I
opposing
just saw the
protesters.
title. Didn't read it.
Yeah, well, I imagine it would be a much bigger story if it was opposition to the protest, right?
Exactly, that's what I would think.
I don't know. I didn't read it.
Personal
Yeah.
argument. It says personal argument.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah.
Not as exciting. That's
Yeah.
a lot of people to be shot for a personal argument. Like
Yeah, what
5
kind of-
separate incidents? Like, what kind of people are protesting here?
It's like a love pentagon going on here. What happened?
All right.
Did you
So we
also
can actually
see,
talk about the results.
Did you see the No, I thought we were talking about the weather.
Oh, okay, yeah. Did you see what the weather was like here?
Actually, you guys probably have great weather right now, all the
Yeah.
time.
It's
Yes.
All day, air
70
day.
degrees.
It's a little
out.
bit too warm.
Oh wow!
How is it there now?
It's starting to get to the actual fall weather where it's cold enough to wear like a hoodie, but not cold enough to walk around in a jacket all the time.
No. The time when you actually need to like go outside and be like, do I need a jacket?
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
That's the exact time, and
Yeah.
sometimes you'll run out in like a hurry and you won't grab a jacket. And you're like, shit, I wish I would have grabbed my jacket. But did you see the thing on Reddit where there was a protester getting, not really a protester, I guess, just a guy. Something happened and this guy's getting beat up and they're yelling, "You voted Trump."
Oh yeah, that was fucked up.
Yeah, they're like
That's messed
stomping
up.
him.
That just like, I mean, that makes me want to support Trump.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Like, That's the worst thing you can do
Mm-hmm.
to stop people voting for Trump.
Well, I mean, that part already happened. But
yeah.
my point is, like, everything against Trump has been things he has said. It's not so much his actions. I mean, I guess there has been actions in the past where he's done weird real estate things that are questionable. But let's wait until he does something wrong action-wise as a president.
It wasn't something as horrible as, I don't know, completely subverting the election process or
Yeah, who would do something like that?
seeming like they were taking money for other actions as Secretary of State.
Yeah.
So,
That's my whole end-all, be-all feelings of the election is I'm so glad Hillary Clinton lost the election, but I'm not too happy with who won.
yeah. But, I mean, that's how every election goes. Is it, like, how often do you see it really over policies and not over the person?
Yes, that's
You
true.
know, like Bush won because he's the guy I could have a beer with. That was the tag phrase or tagline for his presidency. And Obama was, like hope and change. We didn't really get much change, but it was a good selling point, and he really spoke well.
He really got my first
good
vote.
Speeches.
Wait, what's Hillary?
The first election, he totally got me. I voted for him, and then the second
Yeah.
election, I was like, this is bullshit. He didn't do anything different.
Yeah. I'm glad I didn't vote for him.
Yeah. That started my always vote libertarian if there's nothing really either.
Wait, what's Hillary's campaign slogan?
I'm with her.
What?
I'm with her.
What's
I'm
that
with
even
her.
mean?
You're with her.
I mean,
Just
like
like
it's not
a very
anything
feminist
like make
kind
a
of
statement.
thing.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's basically, I have a vagina, vote for me.
It's a way to state, like, I'm with her is she's the only... You know exactly who that is because there's only one her in the whole election ever. So
Yeah.
it's a big way to state that this is the female president.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think it's really trying to sell that hard.
Yeah. But it's a very subtle way to do that, though.
I guess I don't know. It just sounds as lame as like the guy you can have a beer with.
And that's
serious. Like change is a positive note.
The guy you have a beer with is better than that. I mean, I feel like at least that guy sounds fun.
You just
I don't know if I could have a
that
beer
guy.
with Trump. I don't know. He might be a little out there.
And that was not the official tagline of the Bush campaign. I'm not sure what his official one was
For who?
for George Bush. That's just what people said about him.
Yeah, that wasn't
Personality
his
wise.
tagline. That was just a
What
thing that
people
was
said,
said in
yeah.
the media all the time. There was no Twitter or anything at that time. There's no... Taglines are so easy now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to have one. Well,
No,
then
but
again,
they
I don't know
had
what
them
Donald
before.
Trump's
They had
is.
I like Ike and
What's Donald Trump's
Definitely
slogan?
ones.
Well, make me great.
great again.
Duh. But
how have you
also,
not heard that a
drain
million
the
times?
swamp.
Yeah.
Drain the swamp.
Yeah, he had so many, and that's partially why he won. To be fair, over the whole course of the election, his side had the dankest memes.
They really did. They understood how to get elected.
Yeah, like
How to get out
you
there.
could tell that the people posting on Reddit, like, really liked him, and were really real people, creative, like
Yeah, they were-
trying to do what they could. But
They
the
didn't
people
mind
on-
joking too about it, about
Yeah.
everything.
The people for Hillary, I feel like, seemed like paid people.
Yeah, shills maybe.
Yes.
Shills might be the word.
And-
Well,
You get those people's like the Reddit front page about the forum that I used to go to, and Hillary paid for the White House interns going to the RNC convention holding in protest. That's just terrible. Like you don't use taxpayers' money to
Right.
help your campaign.
and that's the whole problem with Bernie not getting elected. He had an active fan base,
Yeah.
people that were out there.
That's
doing
what I
stuff.
was going to
He
say.
didn't even have to pay for
when
them to
he
do
was running, he also had some pretty goddamn dank memes. He had the little bird thing.
Yeah,
did.
Bernie.
It was all cool.
Yeah.
And back in 2008, when Obama was running, everyone was enthusiastic. Like, you could tell he
Yeah.
was going to be the winner. I think we should have like a memometer
No, honestly, we really should. I guarantee that's actually that one guy that spoke that he had like 13 keys or whatever for who's going to win election.
Remember that guy?
That might be his 14th key.
I think you could have predicted the last 3 elections.
Remember Ken Bone? I think Ken Bone's more likable than Hillary. I'm
Yes.
sorry, but really.
Based on our current reading, Ken Bone will be next president of the United States.
Oh shit, that gorilla in Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever his name, Hammurabi or whatever.
It'll be the 2 people running in the election.
That's the VP.
Harami versus Ken Bone.
That's right.
It's so true though that testing memes is actually a legitimate way. All their polls were completely fucked. They didn't make any sense to what the actual results
I feel
were.
like I knew. Like, I was at work, and we're in California now, and I was telling people, I think it's going to come down to Michigan. I was saying, I think he's going to win Ohio. Because I'm in Ohio, and I can tell you, the
Michigan,
polls
though?
saying she's going to win that by a clear majority, retarded.
I drove.
Yeah, I did not understand that at
but
all.
The only sign that I saw is Bernie's and Trump's.
Yeah.
No Hillary
exactly.
at all.
But these people in California, they're not in Ohio. They can't tell. Everyone they talk to thinks, yeah. And everyone at my work is like, oh my God, it's the apocalypse. Maybe we should secession. They're talking about secession at my work. And they totally thought Hillary was definitely going to win, and I assume thought I was crazy when I said I think it might all come down to Michigan. And here's the thing, I was like, I underestimated Trump in that because I thought Pennsylvania wasn't going to flip. I thought Pennsylvania wasn't.
Yeah, he really
gonna
destroyed
be about Michigan, but Pennsylvania flipped too, and as soon as that was it was done.
For sure.
I really had a feeling he was going to win Ohio, though. Just
Exactly.
driving around and seeing the amount of Trump signs was outrageous. I saw, like, for every 10 Trumps... No, not even that. Maybe every 20 Trump signs I saw a Hillary
I
sign.
actually saw a Hillary sign.
No, I don't even know if
I never saw them.
maybe.
They're very rare.
I remember. No, that was here actually when we were going to.
Even in California, I saw Trump signs.
Even in California, we were going to
Really?
what's the farmers market, and there were
Hillary and
people,
Jill Stein.
Hillary and Jill Stein, people,
And Jill Stein has more people.
Yeah, Jill Stein had some more people going to her, and we were
Wow,
like,
that's funny.
this is not looking good for her.
I mean, it was still a really close race. According to the current numbers, she actually won the popular vote,
Yeah.
too.
What
Which is
if
kind of funny.
they did commit election fraud, but it just wasn't enough?
Well, it could have been true, though. That could be
I don't think
completely
it's-
true.
It's possible.
Both sides could have
Oh, yeah.
committed it.
I mean, I think the kind of voter fraud that the Republicans commit is generally more technically legal. As in, they basically...
Well, let's be clear, too. It's election fraud, right? Voter fraud is if me as a voter does something.
I think that's what the Democrats
Incorrect.
do.
Election
I think
fraud.
the Republicans essentially gerrymander the districts to all hell, and then they try to find
Yeah.
any reason why, somebody that shows up should not be allowed to vote.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
technically,
the whole Bernie and Hillary primaries did that a lot, too. They were closing polls
Yeah.
early because Hillary knew all the early votes were going to be for her, so the earlier the polls shut down, the more likely she was.
Yeah, there were
Yeah.
emails about that they were changing the times to benefit her. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know there actually has been the emails.
Oh, yeah.
proving
Yeah, there
that.
were emails where...
There's so many fucking
Debbie
emails.
Schultz, yeah. I mean, at some point, I stopped reading those things because I was like...
too many.
Yeah, it's like so corrupt.
We already get the picture. Yeah. We already know. We know what happened. We don't need more proof because it's already
And they
outrageous
say like
at this point.
those emails are fabricated. I don't think so. It's so
No.
hard. Was the data set this large?
No.
What?
They can prove that the Podesta ones weren't fabricated.
Uh-huh.
Because, Google...
How can they prove
Google
that?
gives a checksum
Oh, the checksum the same?
Yeah, so they upload it and checksum.
What the fuck is a checksum? Hold on. Whoa, backtrack. I'm not smart enough to understand what you're saying, so the listeners won't be smart enough to understand it. Let's go back.
I'll dumb it down, because you can't dumb down very well.
Yeah, let's layman's term.
So basically, take a random set of characters, you can take a passage from a book, whatever. There's an algorithm where basically you can turn this set of characters or passage of text to make it even easier to understand. It basically, you put this as an input and it turns out a number, okay?
So like, call me Ishmael turns out to a number.
Let's go that way. So, but you can't go from the number back to the text, okay? It would be impossible to do that.
Why is it impossible to do that?
That involves a lot more math.
This is just what they've set up. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I said let me explain. So, if you have the text of the email, Google allows you to basically take it and send it to them, and they'll give you back the number that it gives. So if you have the text, you can verify that it's real.
And the little side note, even if you change like a dot or a space bar of the text, you're gonna get a different checksum.
Yeah.
So what is this number? Is this like some kind of encryption code, or what actually is this number?
It's basically, depending on where the characters appear, they'll flip bits here and there. I mean, I don't even know the math. Chloe probably does.
No, I don't.
No, she doesn't. But the point is, it's a unique number. Google has that number.
Why does Google have it?
So they would compute one for every one you send to them.
It's a public algorithm. You can use any website that offers this service to compute, but you're going to get the same result.
But I'm saying, how does Google know how to read this email and confirm some kind of number to say it's
because some of the
true?
emails were through Google. Through Gmails. I think John Podesta's emails.
Okay, that.
Well, so they probably.
Now that makes perfect sense. Now I understand.
These were definitely sent. These were real emails.
That makes. If you would have just started that, some of these were from Gmail and Google can verify. That would have made more sense.
Well,
that makes perfect sense. Then.
Look, these checksums come out to the same thing. These are 100% accurate. There's no way they can deny it.
Yeah, that's great. That makes so much more sense. And now, if anybody argues the whole Russia could have edited or doctored these, that is awesome. That's great now that I have that as an argument.
And further argument, Google, well, it doesn't matter because these are public algorithms, but
the keys are not.
Google supported Hillary.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How does Google support a candidate?
Because they gave lots of money to her. The same way every company supports a candidate.
I think what they did is they deleted the bad results on the Google search engine.
We don't have proof of that. I mean, I think there's
some rumors
there's evidence.
Internal emails going on. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, there were. Actually, you might be right.
I really don't like a search
I forgot.
engine.
There is actual pretty good proof because Eric Schmidt, the CEO of Google, was emailing to John Podesta in those emails talking about projects and helping Hillary out.
Podesta done fucked up. So who was the actual hacker then? Was it Russia that actually hacked the emails and gave it to Julian Assange?
So you got to be clear. There's two things about which emails.
Well, the
Podesta emails,
not the DNC.
Who the hell knows? Because my understanding is
her email account being hacked 5 times.
Yeah, those were the DNC.
First off, let's just say it's sad we have to say which set of emails.
So it was from the DNC emails that supposedly they got the information to hack Podesta. So they found Podesta.
That makes perfect sense.
They found all the emails everyone got. And then somebody sent him an email saying, hey, click here. You know, that kind of thing. A phishing email.
Oh, God, he fell for one of those.
And then they faked another email that was basically, this is real. You should, click here and give us your password. and he did it.
Oh my god.
And this was in the
This
dump. You could
fucking
see the
guy.
emails he got telling him this.
The amount of rumors going on over here.
Oh my god.
So, yeah.
I really haven't ever looked to see what the actual guy Podesta looks like.
Oh, really?
So
You
I'm just
haven't?
curious.
They've
Googling him.
posted. Oh, there's one of the other weird
I've
emails
just-
where he has. This one's freaky. He has the number 14 and a fish drawn on his hand, and he's holding them up. That he was emailed to somebody. This is why people were saying.
So he's speaking in code at some point. Is that
So,
what they're
okay,
thinking?
another weird thing. One of Hillary's friend in their circle of friends is apparently into like cultish witchcraft or something. There was some weird stuff going on. Have you not been going to our WikiLeaks? Some of the stuff is.
No, I haven't gone to
Oh,
our
go to our
WikiLeaks.
WikiLeaks.
Most of mine is just the Donald stuff has been,
Oh,
filtering to
those
the
were in
top.
there too. Like,
Yeah, but like the Donald is, they flood Reddit with so much other
Yeah.
stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
if you brought
well, then
alcohol.
didn't you see the Donald? What was the Mother Moon and what was the thing about magic or something? Some weird.
I don't remember.
It's
Something
so
like
fucking
energy
weird.
low or something.
I don't know. There's one of her friends is apparently talking in like really weird cooking magic or something. I can't even remember. I'd have to look it up.
But so, are all the Podesta emails only Podesta contacting Hillary or
Yeah,
whoever
it's-
else? Is it only his
Yeah, it
emails,
would be him
basically?
emailing other people.
Well, that's what I mean. It's only his emails, though. The sent and received emails
Right.
of Podesta. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
It's very weird stuff.
How many of the Podesta emails do we have? Is that the DNC emails are the 30,000?
That's the number
Or is that
missing.
the Podesta?
That's the
Oh,
number
yeah.
that were about yoga and her grandkids. She sent 33,000 emails about yoga and her grandkids.
And family recipes.
Oh yeah,
And
that's right.
recipes. A lot of recipes coming out of this woman.
Lots of fucking recipes. Holy shit! Like 30,000 emails over how many years?
I don't know if Chef
No.
John
Was
has
it
this much.
her 8 years?
So, no, because this would have been only as Secretary of State, so this would have been a couple years.
Just 2
I
years?
think she was only, or was she Secretary of State for 4 years? We'd have to look up her tenure.
Look this up, because we gotta do some math. I'm curious of how many that is a day. That's really not that bad.
At
There's
some point-
350 days in a year, man. That's a lot of emails still.
Yeah, and also, I mean, if you are at
Well, let's just say it was-
things that you might get email that you
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, a
don't
lot of it,
realize
I'm
that
sure,
you-
was spam and bullshit.
Well, I'm saying if
she
it's
wouldn't have
30,000
deleted
emails
those.
missing-
That's the thing.
Oh yeah.
Well, here's the thing. If it's 30,000 emails, that's 82 emails a day. I'm assuming as Secretary of State, 82 emails a day is quite
It's
low.
pretty low. I get about 200
Secretary of
emails a day.
State. She 4 years. She was in office for 4 years.
1, 2, 3. So that's, divide that by 4, divided by 365. That's only 20 emails a
You
day.
think she sent
21
21
rounded up.
recipes, things about her grandkids,
No.
and yoga a day?
I think that is absolute bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's not as many as it sounds.
Or if you were operating as the Secretary of State, you probably sent hundreds of emails a day. Personal emails,
Yes.
20 a day, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
It's also what you're Secretary of State though. You have a lot of your personal emails. There's a lot of people that are personal to you. I don't know if 20 is. I don't know. 20 is not like horrendous or anything.
Yeah, I don't know. But
The fact that they're missing is the
Yes.
bigger issue in my
they
opinion.
were told not
Those
to
are just
delete
the
them.
missing
But I would
ones.
still say,
Yeah.
I don't know. 20 a day, maybe believable, but suspicious.
The only way I'd believe that is if she just doesn't believe in texting and believes in emailing instead of texting,
Yeah.
apparently. Because I could easily send 20
I
texts
couldn't
a
send
day,
20
personal.
emails a day. 20 texts. I'm not very
Yeah.
talkative, so I couldn't. But I know people that definitely could.
Yeah, like those HR.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Human resources working for big companies. I'm pretty sure they send more than 20 emails a day.
But that's in work. That's what I'm saying. In a work context, it's very normal to send a lot of emails a day.
Right. But like personal, I don't know.
No,
But
personal,
one,
I mean, you don't go to 100 or 20 a day, maybe, if you're very social.
I still don't.
But so much of her work is personal. Like, how,
Yeah, there's
you
a
know what I mean?
blurred
Like,
line.
what is personal? Yeah, exactly. That's what
You're
I
right.
mean.
There's no guarantee.
It's hard for her to determine sometimes probably what's a personal email and what
Yeah,
isn't.
but, it wasn't actually up to her to decide that.
No. But that's the biggest issue, is the fact that they were all deleted.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Do you think Trump is going to actually try and indict her and have the FBI reinvestigate everything?
Well, the one question is whether Obama will pardon her anyways. He has that power.
He does. But
Oh
Trump can
man,
wait.
if he actually gives a pardon though, isn't that kind of saying that she did something
Yeah.
wrong?
Yeah.
Oh man, I would be so mad if that happened.
Yeah, he might not do it just not to tarnish his own legacy.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
the only thing that would stop him.
At this point, he probably has to separate himself from her a little bit. Like, look,
But I
you
mean-
failed.
The time
lost.
when he and Michelle Obama deleted all the tweets and the Facebook messages connecting with Hillary, I think that's pretty clear that they are drawing a line. And that was before the general election.
Yeah.
This is one.
Yes,
common
yeah, they were
start
already
to the
starting.
investigation.
Mm.
hmm Yeah, when they reopened, they started to stop going out and campaigning.
As far as
over
I
her.
know, they're not really care about damaged goods.
No.
No,
Hey.
no politician cares.
Yeah, that's true. One rule in politics: look out for number one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Once you've gone down,
I
you're
forget
done.
what-
That's what I'm thinking. Her political career is probably done,
Yeah.
right? Like, you can't lose the presidency to Trump and
I mean, she could
continue
still go back to
a
her
political
Senate
career.
seat, I suppose. I mean,
Maybe she's older now.
I don't think she will. I think
But
she's
would she
out of the
want to?
public
I mean, she's
eye.
been Secretary of State.
I think she's
Yeah,
going to spend the
exactly.
rest of her life drinking at home.
Oh,
Well, that's another big rumor about her, right?
So
is that she's
awful.
an alcoholic?
Yeah, that's.
I never heard that.
I don't know how much I buy into that.
Oh, so she actually just blacked out.
Yeah, that was
time.
one of the
Wasn't her
rumors.
fainting.
That wasn't a sickness. That was she was drunk.
That's called
Yeah.
tequila.
But that was also in the emails. It was 4 p.m.
Oh, shit, really?
They had to go and sober her up.
Oh my God, this is for real.
So that was a little beyond a rumor. We had some confirmation.
And there is the.
They had to sober her up.
Yeah.
There is a rumors for like the Benghazi things is because Hillary was drunk.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's no
Oh
confirmation.
my gosh.
They're just speculations.
See, this is how much information is
Yeah.
out there. Like, you guys know a lot of other stuff I didn't know about this whole situation because there's just that
Yeah.
much stuff. Like, I can only follow it so much. You guys can only follow it so much, but together we have so much fucking ridiculous info on
I
it.
mean, it's probably takes like a lot of manpowers to
Yeah.
sort things out.
Yeah, I read
It's-
our WikiLeaks every day, and there are things
It's
where I'm
too
like
much
very
stuff.
hazy on.
Yeah.
Like I'm not entirely
Yeah.
sure, but
I'm sure if you let it sink in a little bit, have
Yeah.
more people to process.
I bet
probably
in
there's more stuff coming out.
6 months we'll know even more.
Yeah.
Not even with nothing else released, people will dig further and find more.
Oh yeah, that's the biggest thing is people just need time
And
to read all
remember
these.
when the Panama paper was
Mm-hmm.
leaked out? There's tons of data, but guess what happened now?
Yeah.
Nothing happened,
Mm-hmm.
right? And why do you think that?
Which papers are these?
Panama paper, serious?
Oh,
Panama
is this where people are
papers?
stashing their money?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a documentary on that, but still, like, you don't see people being massively
Well-
prosecuted.
Yeah.
People just didn't really care about that. That was where like famous
Yeah.
people were stashing
Well,
money.
I think
where
everything
foreign.
was technically legal, though. I don't think
Yeah.
there was anything.
There was
It's
nothing
just,
they were doing
it was
wrong.
legal, but against the spirit of the law. It was very obvious that they were dodging taxes
Right?
and hiding money.
But they're allowed to do it, so it doesn't matter.
But back to the drinking thing.
What?
I think Hillary Clinton is now going to be sitting at home watching every time Donald Trump is on TV talking about a decision or, making a speech, she's going to be drinking, saying, yeah, I wouldn't have done that. every time he makes a mistake, she's like, ha, he fucked up.
Is she going to play her own little Trump drinking game? That's funny. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how all of this plays out. That's for sure.
I had a feeling Trump act out in the Republican primary and some parts of general election. He doesn't have nearly as much money as Hillary Clinton, right? So he needed to get
he personally has as much, but in terms of campaign now.
In terms of campaign, and he needs to do something to grab all the media's attention. And if it's not going the right direction, and he just do like, well, fuck it, or just going into the wrong direction. Because you see, like, Jill Stein and Gary Johnson, they are very sane people, all right? And do you see how much...
I don't know about Johnson. He's a little out there.
Well, what did he do other than be like, Aleppo? Wait, what was Aleppo again?
No, I'm not saying about that. That's just him having a gaffe. He is just kind of a weird guy. If you've ever... I listened to him on the Joe Rogan Experience. You've listened to that too? It was like 3 or 4 hours.
I didn't listen to the 4 hours. I listened to like 30 minutes. What did I miss? Oh, let's let Chloe finish.
Yeah, but like there's...
Yeah, sorry.
I don't think that they have as much dirt as Hillary or Trump. Gary Johnson or Jill Stein.
Of course not.
But the media doesn't pay attention to them. Yeah. They don't have much, money to go into.
Well, we'll never know because of that.
Exactly. First of all, you need to get the media's attention to get other people know you, right? You just can't say like, just gonna throw shit ton of money into the mass media, and of course, it have some effect, but it's not nearly working as good as like Trump acting out.
Right.
Right. You don't get all the media for free.
Yeah. It was crazy. Like he made up like not spending nearly as much money by just basically saying crazy stuff. And they're like, let's cover Trump.
Yeah, he didn't really... He knew how to do that.
Libertarians need to nominate someone that's just fucking nuts. Like, just peeing on the American flag or something and like, let's cover this.
The funny thing is, though, like, the opposite party really fueled him.
Yeah, that most of the...
Because of that.
Aside from Fox News, most of the media were very much pulling for Hillary, but still, they wanted those ratings, and Trump got those ratings.
Yeah, they had to say, could they not air the grab your pussy thing? They had to. All of them had to air that.
Well, that, I think, hurt Trump enough to be worth it to actually help Hillary's campaign.
Right.
Yeah.
But a lot of the stuff...
That's probably the only thing, though, that really hurt him.
Like the thing about Rosie O'Donnell, which I actually thought was hilarious.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like, that was actually good coverage.
And
they aired it so much.
They just paint him as a sexist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you don't criticize, like, if I go out and criticize a man, would I be called a sexist? Probably not, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he says something about a woman. He's a sexist.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely has a sexism.
Yes, in some sense.
But he's, like you said, he's said things that people that are very far left take as offensive, but people are trying to push back on that because people are getting too offended by too much. So it just fueled the fire of people that are tired of that bullshit.
I feel like, do you know who Peter Thiel is? He said, what was it? People in California take Trump literally, but don't take him seriously. But the people that vote for him take him seriously, but don't take him literally.
That's actually a pretty good point.
Oh, that's such a good summary of that.
You can't just look at the mainstream media and just like, this is a demonic person just going to be the U.S. president. But, if you investigate a little bit of a context, you realize, it's actually not that bad.
But it's so true. Like, okay, he said, you can grab them by the pussy. When you're rich and famous like me, they'll let you do anything. Like, they took that literally. Like, he must be out there assaulting women all the time. He must be
like he's actually women out there just grabbing pussies.
I mean, he was making a joke. Being like, I'm so awesome because I'm famous. Like, I say crazy shit like that.
He said that because like it was referring to one specific person.
Yeah, the woman they were.
Yeah, he was referring to one specific person.
But it was clearly a joke.
But
he was just joking around.
Either way, yeah.
He wasn't going, I go around
like,
and rape people. Wouldn't you like to rape women like me?
I just raped Jenny last night. It was great.
Like, a lot of comedians say like terrible things.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, not going to mention some comedians, but yeah.
Exactly. So many comedians have so
worse. For instance, not that I'm a comedian, but let's just say I ran for president and they pulled one of these episodes. They would have on record me saying, well, what's the most offensive thing you could say? Which they wouldn't add that part. They would just have me saying, let's abort all black people. All black babies. They would have that on record. It's like, obviously I don't mean that. That was a joke.
Here's the thing, that might get you support in Kentucky. The governorship.
Sadly enough, that might actually get me some supporters.
Crazy.
That is exactly what happened, though. There's too many people like that.
Reacting everything, taking everything so offensive is like it's literally actually the oppression from the previous era.
Oh yeah,
you guys have. And then like you can't correct something without overcorrecting it.
Yeah,
and
like
it's the same way why Trump got elected is because okay, we had enough of this. Now I want a little back in the middle.
Yeah, I think the pendulum swings. You know, like okay, we were way too racist 100 years ago. Now we're way too sensitive about racism. Now we'll probably go back to being a little too racist, and then we'll go back to being a little too oversensitive about racism, and it'll take us a while till we set on just about right amount of racism.
Yeah.
Or sensitivity to racism, sorry.
Until the pendulum doesn't swing too much. What's the right amount of racism? Can we figure that out?
That's a joke. Now? Please don't quote me out of context on that if I ever run for president. I didn't mean that literally.
About 2%. 2% is the right amount of racism. That is so funny. Oh, God.
I don't know. I if you're confident about yourself, you should be able to take jokes.
Yeah.
And the reason that if you don't treat it seriously means it doesn't get to you.
Yeah.
And the fact that if
you know what I think,
if it gets to you, then probably means in somewhat you're insecure. Your insecureness come and hunt to you.
That is a good point. At some point, yeah. So I think us third-party libertarian supporters probably took Trump not seriously and not literally.
That's about right.
Yeah, sounds about
right. But that's because, so a lot of that's because it's always between the main two candidates about the person, not about their policies. You can't take them seriously.
Yes.
It's very hard to. Because the one thing I actually knew about his policy was his healthcare plan. The one thing. Yeah.
Which I liked.
That was the only thing I knew about policy.
I'm actually hoping he implements his healthcare plan.
Yeah, did you see he actually a couple weeks before the election put out
what?
Everything he would do in his first 100 days.
Oh, yeah?
It's interesting to go through it.
Really?
Because some I actually agree with.
Like what?
So, what was the one? End to lobbying. So, if a government official leaves office, they're not allowed to become a lobbyist for some set period of time.
Hey, I agree with that.
Yeah.
That's legit.
Yeah, there's several things to end corruption.
That's what I'm saying. There's things he actually said that makes perfect sense. I just didn't know which way he would actually go as president.
Everything on there I kind of agree with, except climate change was one big, he wants to pull all the money out of anything to do with climate change.
Nah, I don't agree with that.
Yeah,
that's a bad one.
Not good.
Yeah.
No bueno.
Other than that, I don't think there was anything I was like, his tax plan on there isn't specific enough, so I didn't.
Isn't he trying to make it super simple though?
He wanted to eliminate it to 3
or am I mixing
brackets.
him up with somebody else?
I remember that much. There wasn't anything about
Okay.
super simplifying it, which I would.
I'm thinking of maybe
The text code.
it was Rubio or Cruz or somebody that had it down to like a really
Oh, that was
simple
Ben Carson.
form. Carson, that's who it was. I knew one of the Republicans had that.
Yeah, but when you heard about Ben Carson, what do you think of first?
Surgeon?
He's really, really
Yes.
religious.
Oh,
That's,
yeah.
that's what the...
I didn't think about that.
Okay, well...
Oh, yeah. I think part of it was like you pay 10% or something, just like...
A tithe?
Yeah, it was based on the Bible. A lot of his very simple plan was biblical.
Oh, Jesus.
So that was part of the problem.
Motherfucker.
But like...
This motherfucker.
But like most of us don't actually look at his plans, the policies. The mass media, they just trying to angle this to sell the better, which is, oh, this guy is a religious nut.
Yeah, but you know what
Yeah,
was
that's
even
true.
worse? He was boring. Did you listen to that man?
It was a robot boring.
I want to say he was robotic, like Hillary's robotic. This guy would put you to sleep.
That's
talking.
true.
Like he talked in
That's
such
true.
a slow pace.
Okay.
Like, oh my god.
I mean, he's a doctor.
Get to the fucking point.
Yeah,
Doctor, especially surgeons.
do that. Yeah.
Well, they are ultra.
He had like bedside manner for the United States.
What's that?
He had like bedside manner for the United
I
States.
feel like I should put him on like one of his speeches or him in the debate before I go to bed. I think it would help put me to sleep.
Probably would knock you out cold.
He doesn't even need anesthesia as a surgeon. He just goes and starts talking to his patient.
It's what they call, like, usually when you talk to a doctor, you're fucking nervous, alright?
Yeah.
A doctor is supposed to calm you down.
He's supposed to be a very good surgeon. I bet that's part of it.
I wouldn't doubt it. Doesn't mean he would be a good president though.
Yeah. He was crazy religious. They showed his house. He has a painting of him with Jesus.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember him having a painting with Jesus. That's so weird. You can't do
It's
that.
very strange.
You took it really, really seriously.
Very, very odd.
But, yeah. Like, so many candidates, so many Republican candidates that we don't know much of their policies are. And in the beginning of campaign, it's like, oh, Trump did this, or Trump did that. Let's all focus on Trump.
Yeah.
Oh, the other candidate, they're crazy.
Yeah, he destroyed the primaries because of that.
Yeah.
So much free coverage.
No, also the modern
Yep.
journalism.
Yeah.
He killed those debates. He was actually kind of bad though in the Hillary-Trump debate.
The first one he was not very good. The second and third I thought were just normal. Yeah.
It was just
No,
repetition
as I
of
remember,
that.
I think he had the one like memorable line was like, you'd be in prison if I were president. I mean, that's
Yeah.
the one thing I remember.
That was a
But
good
other
one.
than that, the other debates were pretty much, boring.
You know what I remember from the debates
Yeah.
with Trump? Wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Wrong.
Wrong. That's all he said the whole fucking
I
time.
think Hillary should have started saying, Donald Trump is the best man alive. Wrong.
Wrong. It might have worked.
Oh, it's actually kind of nervous. I really
But-
hope that this president should be Bernie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He literally would say wrong, though, to stuff like he just said on Twitter like 3 days ago. He did not give any fucks.
Yeah.
He's like, wrong. Just said it 2 days ago.
Yeah.
He was just so much more open about his lying, it seemed like. Not really open, but just so more
No,
blatant.
yeah.
Like, I'm going to say this on Twitter, then I'm going to say the complete opposite in a debate.
I'm not sure if he is actually the one who tweets it or
Oh.
his family.
No,
Some of them sound like he's younger son.
He might actually be the
Some
guy.
of them, I think, he
for that.
was just up at 3. That's one thing I think media was right with the story about him. He's just up at 3 a.m. being like, fuck that guy. He said I was stupid. I'm going to tweet at him.
Oh shit, do you think as president he'll actually still tweet and be his own, like, he'll actually do the
Oh,
tweeting?
that'd be so
Maybe.
hilarious.
Like, can you even maintain that as
You
a
know what I
president?
think he should do? He was a reality star. I think you should make the presidency a reality TV show.
You just
Holy shit!
What will the president do?
If we ever go to war, Russia, you're fired. That would be fucking awesome if they actually did turn it into a reality show. Somebody should just do that.
I so want to see like the first 30 minutes of so Russia and I are BFF, and then the Russia is so fired, and there's some emotional struggle coming out and tears and hugging, and then oh no, we're BFF again.
Yeah, but they get better at the end of the episode.
Oh my god.
And it has those monologue times have Trump in the TV show. This is how I feel about Russia.
Oh yeah.
In the other section,
I love Putin talking about how he feels about how the United States has been treating him lately. It's like you just don't even realize I'm here anymore. The economy's down because oil is inexpensive, and now you don't even realize. So I lash out. I invade the Ukraine. Okay, I'm just looking for attention.
Oh god, just looking for attention.
Oh my god.
Cut to Canada. Oh, you guys are saying you're gonna come here, but we don't really want you guys here. We want you to stay there. Could you please stay there?
Canada?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
you gotta include all the countries. It's gotta be a global reality TV show.
Oh yeah. If I was so.
Mexico. I didn't say I'm going to build that wall. I never agreed to
Honestly,
this.
with media, it's not that far from that today.
It is.
Holy shit. I wish we had a reality TV show.
The president of Mexico.
Yeah, and he says, I'm not gonna build that fucking wall.
Yeah.
The president to say honestly.
Yeah.
Just this is really stupid.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. It's like.
And it just got 10 feet higher.
It's like asking somebody, are you a lizard?
They're all lizard people.
I have it on good authority.
Terrence McKenna told me so.
I'm sorry, but it's like the modern journalism and the mass media. It's so terrible. They are so anti-intelligence.
You know what?
Yeah.
What really kind of sucks, though, about the internet and Google is there's so much information that there's also an equal amount of disinformation. It's so hard
that's
at
true.
times to actually tell what's real.
A lot of times, it's hard for me to tell. So, they have the WikiLeaks emails,
Right?
and then there's all the interpretations of them.
Yeah,
Like,
I actually don't
yes.
see the
They have so many, okay, this is the email sent. Here's how it means witchcraft. I mean, maybe I'm reading too much into that. I don't know. They were very weird, but okay, the one with the 14 and fish, picture, that's hard to explain
that's
away.
fucking weird.
But some of them I could see they're just kind of strange. They talk differently than me.
Was it a Jesus fish?
I don't know, but it was painted on his hand. Do you do that?
I don't fucking know, man. Ask Ben Carson. He would know.
It's very strange.
It's very strange.
But that's what I mean. I don't know this stuff. I don't have time to really deeply investigate all this.
And I'm not sure it's appropriate to
it's true.
insinuating anything because you don't know. But this is apparently what the modern journalism is really great at.
Yeah. Well, I think it's somewhat in such extreme decline because the internet is taking over. I think this is their dying gasp. I think they've got 5, maybe 10 years before no one watches it anyway.
Did you see, there's once, maybe some time ago, there's a side-by-side image. There's one media, I don't know, I forgot which one it is, saying there's a UFO, and there's a picture, right? And on the another side, it's NASA saying our satellite finally come back. It's serious.
Yeah.
But seriously, you're right, though. TV's kind of useless. I even watched every single debate this whole year, even the primaries, on YouTube or Googled where to watch a live stream.
Yeah.
TV's really going by the wayside.
It's
I think they're just desperate.
It's especially 24-hour news. You really need to know the victim's sister got this issue going on. You seriously need to know that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for 2020, do you think
Kanye West.
you think it's going to be Michelle Obama
No.
or Bernie Sanders? Why not
I
Michelle
think
Obama?
it's too much of a stretch.
Why is that a stretch?
Michelle, she's never held political office before in her life.
Elizabeth Warren has more chance.
I think Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah.
That's a good point that she's never held an office, though.
Clinton at least
But
became senator. She became Secretary of State.
She tried to get... But, wait. Trump neither...
Well, do you
But-
think that Michelle
Hasn't
Obama
either,
would
either.
do what Trump do?
In fact, Michelle has more qualifications
No,
than
but
him.
he has built a business or run business for 30 years. I don't know what Michelle Obama's accomplishment is other than being married to Barack Obama.
Yeah, but being First Lady is a pretty big
Well,
political
it's not an
standing,
accomplishment,
though.
though.
No.
She just happened to be married to somebody.
It's not.
Yeah, you got me there.
I mean, I'm not saying
People
she's a bad
respect
person.
her,
I've been
but-
saying I don't think she. Maybe the Democrat.
I'm just saying that would get a lot of
DNC
votes.
was crazy enough to run with Hillary. They might be crazy enough to run with her. I think Elizabeth Warren,
Yes.
but they might be reluctant to run a woman again because that obviously didn't work.
Would they even let Bernie run again? Can you deny
I think
somebody
he
to
could.
run?
The big worry is
Bernie
he's too
pretty
old.
old, yeah. And honestly, I don't think Hillary didn't succeed is it's like the gender issue.
Yeah, that's what I don't think that helped.
Yeah.
I think he'll be reluctant to
Yeah, it
run
really
a
didn't.
woman again after.
I don't care what gender it is. You have so much corruption
Yeah,
going on. That's a
exactly.
big problem.
Well, that's what my point with Michelle Obama being a woman. People actually like her,
That's true.
so they can get behind her being a woman because they like her. Hillary, enough people just didn't like her. Period. It
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
matter.
And guess what? Barack Obama doesn't have a mistress. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, that might be part of the bias for some women.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know.
There's actually a thing with Michelle Obama
Yeah,
saying you couldn't control your
if
house.
your
How can you
husband's
control the White
cheating,
House?
You still let your husband stay.
Slam.
That's true.
I don't know.
But other than
I'm not sure if they are if this is a political marriage between her and Bill Clinton or it's actually.
oh yeah,
No.
I don't know. There's another rumor that again maybe corroborated somewhat by emails that she's not so into men, Hillary.
Oh no,
Oh,
really?
I mean, there was one from Huma Abedin saying
She's an
how
alcoholic
beautiful she was.
lesbian? Is this what
There's a
we've
lot of
found?
ones.
Really?
Again,
That's
not
not
ones that were definite
All
definitive
conjecture.
evidence, but ones that were I could see in context if they were lesbian how that email would make sense.
Gotcha. The alcoholism though, you said let's
yeah,
sober
that
her
one
up.
I think is
that one's
definitive
more
evidence.
obvious.
She drinks.
The other one wasn't hey, can we get Hillary to stop licking some pussy so we
Yeah,
can go
no,
get a debate
it
or
wasn't
something?
something that blatant as that.
That's another level, man.
Come on, enough scissoring, Clinton. Let's go.
But yes, we were talking about 2020.
I said Kanye West.
Kanye West. That's I hope we're
Just
not that dumb as a
because.
country, but who knows?
Oh well, he's got some dank memes though.
There's a woman, I think that's
Vote gay
a
fish.
senator in Hawaii that is starting to.
Oh yeah, something
Yeah,
Gabbard.
she's trying to
I
give
forget her
up
first name.
because obviously, they're pushing.
I would
for
be
her
behind
to
her.
Test the waters.
She's a Republican, Democrat.
She's the one that had a really big speech about why she backs Bernie Sanders and not Hillary Clinton. It was a really good speech. That's why
That sounds
she
good.
gained a lot of
And
traction.
She was in the military or something. She's Hindu.
Yeah. People posted a huge bio on the Bernie or Sanders for president, and everyone was like, "Wow, why isn't she running?"
So I can see a lot of people back when Obama gave that speech in 2004. I feel like there was a lot of the same this guy's interesting, and there's a lot of she's
Yeah.
interesting. She could
You know, that's also the thing I hated with people that were behind Hillary saying, it would be a really progressive thing and, you with your white male privilege vote. Like, Hillary Clinton is nothing, like, she's completely been privileged her whole life, it seems like. So, like, no, just because she's a woman doesn't mean she wasn't privileged.
I don't know. They didn't have a very good message.
Like, privilege as in she was born rich.
Yeah.
And has a good education.
You could be with her. That was their message.
Her. I mean,
but she really knows what it's like for a struggling black family.
I don't know. It never flies. Okay.
Yeah.
Other than handing out those welfare, I don't see a single thing that she had the Renaissance with.
I need to think of what the Gabbard's
family
name
who's
is.
struggling.
That's bothering me.
Is it Kathy or something? Katie,
No.
Something. No, I'm thinking of something else.
It's a weird name. That's why we couldn't think of it. Tulsi.
I was right with the K.
Tulsi. No,
No, I wasn't right at all.
Who?
Tulsi Gabbard.
Tulsi.
Oh, that candidate.
That's the one that
My
I don't know.
I would vote for her.
I don't know enough about her other than like again about the person. I know about the person. I don't know about any policy positions,
Nope,
anything like that at all.
nothing.
You got me there. I'm totally going off of just her record that I saw back when I was reading all the stuff
But
on the
that's the thing. You
primaries.
can never really know. It's unfortunate because that would be a better democracy if you actually knew, you know. And that's maybe what you kind of knew about Bernie. He was in the Senate for 20 years. You know the ways he voted. You know he was.
Yeah, you really
marching
knew what
for
he
civil
was
rights
for.
30 years ago.
Yeah, you know his stance.
Yeah.
It was a really sad moment when the Bernie Sanders stand out, even after the emails from DNC leaked, and he said he's backing Hillary. I
Yeah.
think this is a moment to a lot of young
A
people
lot
say,
of people
"Motherfucker."
were. Yeah. Well, there's rumors that he was threatened and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
it,
too,
also
so.
in the emails, they said something about having leverage against him.
Yeah, exactly. There's something about
There's
it.
something they had for him.
There's some way.
So,
Yeah.
But also, back to Tulsi, if she was elected the first female president, she's also very hot, so that she's got that going
which
for
is
her.
nice. Yeah,
Like, how much better would it be if we have a hot
Palin
first
had
lady-
that
first
too,
president?
but she didn't have anything
The only
else.
thing, the only one I thought about
Yeah,
was Queen.
she was too dumb.
Let's go for her. Nope. Don't know what she looks like.
I could see her gaining a lot of traction.
I mean, like, people like beautiful people, and there's always a look test for, almost a look test for all the presidential candidates.
Yeah, I think John Kerry somewhat lost because he was ugly as shit.
yeah,
I mean, he looked ugly.
you can't deny that's a
The world
thing.
is so cruel against the ugly people.
Trump isn't exactly like gorgeous or anything, but he does have charisma, and he does have a good-looking family. So
Yeah. And I would say his opponent wasn't good looking either.
yeah. But he has charisma, and she
Yeah.
doesn't.
That's true.
So here it is, my prediction for 2020. Official prediction. Tulsi's going to run with Bernie Sanders as her VP
Really?
pick.
What?
Do you think
That's
Bernie
my
will take
prediction.
VP?
Because I'm crazy!
It's 4 years.
I have no
long
idea.
ways away.
Yeah.
There's this one
I
guy.
mean, Bernie could be
people talk
dead
about.
by
I don't
the
even know
2020.
where he will live
The
another
guy that's
4
going to be
years.
governor of California shortly.
Yeah.
They're thinking about him running.
Oh.
Like the really old man is governor of California. I need to actually learn California politics now that I'm here.
Used to be.
Jerry Brown, I think, is the now.
I never learned state politics. Hey, you guys have legal weed
yeah,
now.
Yeah, that's right.
100% legal.
Though. We need to look that up.
But I don't know. But today when we walked to the park, we saw
Yeah.
some people smoking.
Yeah, there were some people celebrating.
It doesn't matter. It was already basically legal. So, like, cops at this point aren't going to fucking care. They already
I don't
didn't
think
that
they
much.
cared in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They already didn't care that much. Now that it's legal, they're not going to be like, hey, calm down. It doesn't take effect till 1/1/17,
No, they
guys.
still care if you smoke within the range of the building or some stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure there are some regulations where you're not supposed
Well,
to.
that's with, like, cigarettes.
You can't go into a preschool and smoke and start blowing it in a kid's face. they're probably going to do something about that.
fucking high.
Hey kids, it's legal now.
Let's all get high and tell stories.
Although now I'm kind of
Did you watch Joe Rogan stand up? One of his jokes in there is like, I get high sometimes when my kids are around. Like, I know you're not supposed to do it, but like, it's not like they see it. And plus, like, all that happens is, like, I just like hug them more and.
And they think that's a bit more interesting today.
Yeah, no, that's what he said. Is like, also they're kind of like, it's more interesting. Like, I'm a 40-year-old man. What do you think I have in common with like a 7-year-old girl? We don't have much to talk about.
Makes it a little more tolerable for him. A little more fun.
Yeah, you got to listen to his stand up. It's
not like,
great.
oh yeah, let's watch that Barbie show. Just give me 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Just Daddy's gonna go to the restroom real quick. We'll be right back.
Get high enough, anything would be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they came out with Planet Earth 2. Can't wait for that. I'm gonna get really high and watch those. Those are gonna be great. Did you ever watch the Planet Earth series?
Yeah, I watched the ocean one.
Okay, I might watch
That's it? Just the ocean one?
some
I
series,
don't
but
think I watched
I'll
the rest
watch
of them.
afterward.
Dude, I've watched like the whole Planet Earth series at least 3 or 4
Really?
times. It's so good.
I should. I remember liking it. Just not. I don't know. I just don't watch enough.
I might
Movies.
watch the one with insects.
Insects.
It was pretty gross.
No.
The Insects is a really good one.
Maybe we'll watch them sometime.
It is pretty gross though.
They had one where it was like just like this giant mound of bat poop, and it was like a whole ecosystem.
I'm not sure I want to watch
It was
this
so
one.
big. No, it was interesting because it was literally like an important ecosystem for that
Like
whole area because
insects
it was that big.
feed on the bat poop, and then birds feed on the insects.
It fertilizes the ground there, and all that stuff.
Don't clean that poop.
Bat poop makes the world go round, Chloe.
Yeah. What's it called? Guano?
I learned that from Ace Ventura.
Yeah, that's literally why I know what guano is.
Well, name another special term for a different animal's poop. Exactly. Bat poop is super special.
Rat turds. Yeah, normally you just say the animal and turd or poop. Dog poop. Cat poop. Why is guano probably because they use it in products and stuff. That's probably why.
I don't know.
That's why it has a different name, so you don't read on their bat shit. They couldn't exactly
Made
put
from
that.
bat shit, 100%.
Yeah. That's the only reason it probably does have a different term.
Yeah.
You're so right.
Straight jackets
What?
out of it.
Are they connected?
Our straight jackets, 100% bat shit.
Bat shit approved.
So much bad shit.
That's probably a good time to end on guano and bat shit.
Good stuff.
Which are the same thing. That was actually a redundant comment.
Alright, you cutting it here?
Ooh.
Yeah.